we go. Once again, welcome back to the channel. I'm really excited, man. You guys are really coming through, and I'm humbled. Alright, I'm going to stop this one right here and we'll continue on with the video. I had a lot of struggles this week, both with video equipment and with the Goldwing that I'm going to get to. I tried like hell to get this motovlog done on the Royal Enfield this week and ran into a bunch of problems. This day that I'm recording right here that I just cut off was I tried to use the Osmo Action Cam. That's what I actually use when I make these shots. I use this Osmo Action Cam. I tried it on the helmet on Wednesday. I'm not satisfied with how that turned out, and I thought, you know what, I'll just, it'll be fine. I'll just have this one video be this way, but I'm not happy with it. The crop is too far in, like the field of view isn't as wide, and the audio sounds blown out. It's not really what I want to do. So we're just going to skip ahead. I'm going to cut this whole day of motovlog out. For those who are wondering, I have some of my subscribers who are here for the Royal Enfield content, and when I released my intro last week, some folks were asking, hey, where's the Bollywood Bruiser? I'm actually going to revise my intro a little bit. You'll see. I'm gonna make a couple different changes to it to where I can incorporate the Royal Enfield, because it is an important part of my channel. It's an important part of my life. I ride it more than half the time, believe it or not. I just only record the Goldwing stuff lately. But anyway, let's get back to the regularly scheduled video. All right, everybody, welcome back. It's now the evening. It's about 5:30 at night. I need to take off the wheel to the GL 1500. My new front tire came in today. The Honda shop will not work on the bike because it's more than 10 years old, but they will change the tire if I take the wheel on the tire. I've never done that before, so we're gonna do it today. Looks like it should be fairly simple. I looked up a couple videos on that, but I got a surprise for you. If you were here for the last one, watch this. I got it! Unfortunately, it's now in the way of my garage door, so I gotta put it back down, scoot it up, and do that all over again. So I'm gonna go get my little jack out of my shed to keep that front propped up so I can get this thing off. Alright, that's a wheel removed. A little bit more of a hassle than I planned on it to be. I only added a half hour to this one though. I don't know if you can see the dry rot or not, but it's all up the sidewall, and that has me really nervous. The forks are really nasty, and so are some of the components. A lot of that is because the dude lived in a very sandy area. The other part is that I have leaking fork seals. Now, the rational person would say, hey, while you have the wheel off, go ahead and do the fork seals now. But no, we're gonna wait. So load this up in the car with the new tire, take it over to Honda tomorrow, then we'll be able to slap it back on the bike. All right, good morning. I'm in my car. So I recorded what I wanted to do this week twice on the Royal Enfield on the way to work. Monday, that's when I realized that my Hero 6 was shot. But no, that's not the reason I drove my car today. I do drive a couple days a week during, quote, riding season. I mean, it's always riding season in Florida, right? But the reason I brought the car was so I could take my wheel to have the tire put on at Honda today. It's not really the business that I wanted to go to, but the one I wanted to go to is temporarily closed while they're moving. But anyway, we're gonna get on down the road. I'll see you when I get the tire over to Honda. Oh, what a week. Okay, Saturday morning, I've been planning on going up to Leesburg all week long. This tire thing has been bothering me. The camera thing, I'll tell you more details about this camera debacle that I think we finally have figured out this morning. I get home last night and I get my new tire with the wheel back on with the new tire, and I go to start the bike wouldn't start. So I had it on my trickle charger all night, like 7 hours, still nothing. So I had to go buy a new battery this morning. Probably gonna be late to meet up with my buddy Jack. It is what it is, man. We'll talk about it more in a little bit. right, we got it. I'm gonna let it get warmed up. I'm gonna get my boots on, my stuff loaded, and head out. We'll see you on the road. Met up with my buddy Jack, his old lady Colleen.
Hey!
We came up here for breakfast at a little place called Brunchies. I'm the worst at exploring my local area and finding locally owned places. I think it's locally owned. I'm normally a quick McDonald's or Burger King type breakfast guy, but this guy said, hey, let's meet up here at Brunchies. Excellent breakfast. So we're on our way. They need gas. We're gonna go do that and then we'll hit the road. All right, maiden voyage for this GoPro Hero 8. I like it. And maiden voyage on the tire. Didn't really get a good test ride with the new tire, so I guess a couple 100 miles round trip test ride is in order. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put my highway pegs down. I don't particularly care for the positioning of these highway pegs, but it is what it is. We're gonna use reverse. Still trips me out. Using fucking reverse on a motorcycle. Look at that Honda. I love that Honda. All right, let them lead. Jack has a better handle on the route that we're taking up there. I'm not a very good planner for anything at all. If I was going up there by myself today, all I would have done was told Siri, hey, take me to Leesburg, and let the internet goddess drive the way. It's nice to finally be getting out and doing something on this bike. I've literally only ridden it from Ocala to here, took it to work 2 days later, and then I've done a test ride after the timing belt change. I've had the motorcycle 2 weeks, so this is the first time I'm letting it stretch its legs a little bit outside of that Ocala one-way trip. I was hoping to get a test ride in last night with the new tire change, but since the battery was dead this morning, that was a no-go. So let me tell you a little bit about my week, man. This week has just, I need today really bad. Unless something goes wrong, then I definitely didn't need today. But if everything goes as planned, I need today real bad. So some of the problems that I had on the video where I went to Ocala to pick up this bike, some of those things were my fault. You know, different settings on the camera and some of the audio that didn't come through. I thought, well, maybe I had the settings wrong again. So then last week when I was able to record no problem riding doo-doo around, I thought, okay, yeah, it must have just been my settings. Well, Monday, I'm riding the Royal Enfield. I'm trying to get more Royal Enfield content out. I love the motorcycle. I just don't record enough on it. Monday, when I was recording my vlog, I got to work and I checked the clips and no audio. I had internal GoPro mic audio from inside the helmet, so it sounded like shit. I'm like, fuck, man. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe the mic adapter's bad. The GoPro was a Hero 6 Black. I bought the adapter and the GoPro back in 2017. So Tuesday morning, 5:30 in the morning, I ordered a same-day delivery mic adapter from Amazon. It got to my house that day. That night I plug it in, still no external mic audio. So I'm like, well, shit, it's the camera. Part of the motovlog I was trying to record earlier in the week has to do with us all being peasants. And I'll start that over next week because it's something I do want to talk about. But I don't have the money to be throwing at GoPro. But if I don't have a camera, an operating camera for the motovlog piece, I'm kind of dead in the water. So I felt like I was stuck in a rock and a hard place. So Wednesday, I decided to use my Osmo Action Cam on my helmet, which that's the camera that I use when I'm doing maintenance or I'm holding it doing traditional vlog style stuff. That's my workhorse camera for that. So I'm like, well, surely it'll be fine for the helmet. And I thought I'll just have a multifaceted camera instead of two. Well, I did. I tried to recreate the same thoughts on Wednesday that I had on Monday, but the audio was just blown out. I mean, it was so loud and distorted. I have that footage still, and I may see if I can fix it somehow. In that case, it makes all of this just worthless diatribe. But I thought Wednesday night, I'm like, I'm now shoehorned into buying another GoPro. So Thursday night, I bought a Hero 9 with the media mod, an extra battery. I picked that up Thursday night thinking, okay, I'm set. Leave it on the charger. Friday morning, I checked it. I'm going to play with it before work. And the screen's just flickering like crazy. I'm like, fucking hell, man. I looked it up, and that screen flickering thing is a problem that they know about. All right, so I'm like, shit, man. I've got this ride coming up on Saturday.
I want to do things for fun anyway, but I also want to record it because I need content, right? I'm not going to be shy about that. My buddy Tori on Discord found this package deal on the GoPro 8. A GoPro 8 with 3 total batteries for $250 from Walmart. So fuck it, I'm sold. I bought that, went and returned all the other shit to Best Buy. Hopefully it's a good decision. I did buy the media mod for it. I'm using that instead of the mic adapter. But I've heard the media mod can be a battery sync. So I'm going to try that out on this trip. And if it is a battery sync, then I'm going to have to go back to the old adapter and return this media mod. We'll see. So you might think, okay, so you had a rough week trying to figure out your audio. But wait, there's more. Oh no, my friends, that's not the end of the story. So last week, a week and a half ago when I was doing my oil change, I noticed the front tire was really dry rotted on the sidewall. And I mentioned that then and in the video since then. So I'm like, it's a heavy bike, it's old, I really don't want to risk it. So I ordered a tire, it came in on Monday. I wanted to take it to the ride factory to have them do my tire. The main reason is they're local and I want to give the local shops business, right? But they're closed because they're moving. So I called Honda. The Honda dealership is relatively close to me. And I said, hey, will you change my tire on my 95 Goldwing? I wanted to get a price quote on changing it on the bike or changing it if I brought the wheel in. So Wednesday night I spent taking the wheel off. You know, hour and a half, whatever it was. I ran into a problem. I had to go to Lowe's. Keep in mind, I'm still dealing with these camera problems this whole time. Wednesday night, I take off my wheel, put it all in the trunk of my car. Thursday, Veterans Day, I take the wheel and the tire into Honda as soon as they open. And he's like, do you have the VIN for your bike? I'm like, the VIN? You're just changing a tire on a wheel. Why do you need the VIN for the... we don't work on any motorcycles without having the VIN number. Like, you're not working on the motorcycle, dude, you're working on my wheel. Anyway, the supervisor made an exception because I'm like, I called you yesterday. This would have been great information to, pass on to me when I called to ask about it. Made the exception, and then he says, is there a specific day you'd like to have this back? I'm like, it's a tire, dude. Yes, today. Today is a specific day I'd like to have this back. Oh, there's a bunch of other work ahead of yours. I can't promise that. How about tomorrow at the latest, if we can get to it? I'm like, holy shit, dude. I'm like, yeah, tomorrow at the latest. I'm like, I have a ride I'm going on Saturday. I didn't think this was going to be like a thing. All right, I left Honda. I drove to my work. It's about a 20-minute drive to work. As soon as I get to my work, he calls me, hey, we already got it done. Just want to call it. I'm like, I'm thankful, right, it's done, but in my mind, I'm thinking, fuck you, dude. I felt like they were just giving me a hard time for the sake of giving me a hard time. I didn't really appreciate the way that whole thing went down from Wednesday all the way through Thursday. So I get the tire back on Thursday, no problem. I didn't work on it on Thursday, it was Veterans Day. So I saved it till last night. Put it all back on last night, another red light. Just in the middle of fucking nowhere. So I didn't really run into any issues putting the wheel back on. My wife isn't really a big motorcycle person. Well, she's not a big person in general, but she's not really into motorcycles. But she doesn't mind helping me when I need a hand. She's a good garage buddy. She helped me with the jack so I could get the hole lined up in the wheel for the axle. Get it all put together. I'm excited. This whole week is finally over. Finally ready to go for my ride today. Pull it out. I was going to take it on a test ride about 9 o'clock last night. Started up, I noticed it struggled a little bit. It did start, but then immediately died. I'm like, mother fuck. This morning I get up, I asked my wife, hey, can you give me a jump? I wanted to make sure it was the battery that was dead and not a fuel issue. So she jump started me, no problem. I had to wait till 8, went over to AutoZone, picked up a new battery, put it in this morning, and still was able to meet him a little after 9. So the stress didn't really end until this morning, and now I'm kind of on eggshells. Like, all these things have gone wrong this week. Am I in the clear for now? It's hard to say. So I don't mind getting shit done. I don't mind working on things, overcoming obstacles. That's just part of life. It just is what it is. I just felt like having so much dumped on me in one 5-day period, 6-day period. I just felt a little overwhelmed this week. So anyway, we're going to get up the road, have a good time. Hopefully up at this Leesburg event. I'm looking forward to, if nothing else, I'm looking forward to the ride. So, yeah, let's get up there. Let's drink some beers and have a good time, man.
All right, we just got to Leesburg. I was saying on the ride that I thought this might be Colleen's first ride, and she confirmed.
It is, in fact, my first ride.
So how'd you like it, though?
Hot but cherry, love it.
Nice. It was really good. There were some roadblocks with some red lights, but after that, it was just beautiful ride all the way in. A lot of folks don't like Florida because it's really straight and flat for a lot of the back roads, but honestly, if I can just sit back and relax, I don't need a whole bunch of curves and shit to feel good. So I had a good time. We're gonna walk around, check out some of the sites here, probably get a beer or 7. Trying to deflate herself.
My titties are too big.
Oh my God. We're gonna make it.
I have one boob again.
So I keep saying one of these days I'm gonna make it to Sturgis, but the good news is I don't have to. I can just get this shirt instead. It'll save me about a week's worth of riding, and I can still say that I went to Sturgis. So we're cutting corners. So one of the things I do like about these biker rallies, bike fests, is that they're in small towns. That way, you don't have a bunch of hooligans swarming into a larger city where they might actually be seen by people. So I do appreciate that. Jack and Colleen are gonna head back to Tampa. They got some things to do. I'm gonna stick around for a little bit longer, maybe an hour or so. I'm gonna meet up with my boy, Kenny Quest. He's somewhere around here. I'm gonna find him, but it's been a good day so far. We're gonna wrap this up on the road and head down to the Dirty Shame. So we're coming into a place called the Brick and Barrel. That's where my boy Kenny is. We're gonna go in and see if we can find him. Lo and behold, who did I run into? My man Kenny Quest. We're up at the bar. What's it called? Barrel and beer. Barrels of beer. We're having barrels of beer up here. It's a good time, man. They're not too far from here, but they still rode an hour and a half to get up. Did you guys ride? Yeah. You rode with you?
Yeah.
She got
her own bike.
Alright, I was about to ask.
Yeah, we were 2 of them, my Bobber Sportster.
You can.
You could. I got the sissy bar, so you can lean against it, but that didn't happen.
No, that's pretty bad. We're gonna keep drinking these beers. I'll check back in with you here in a little bit.
Alright, YouTube. We're gonna head out of here now and head down to the Dirty Shame, I think. According to maps, it's like 68 miles or something. So all in all, it was a great day, man. I really had a good time. Got to ride up with some friends. They took off a little earlier than me. I think we saw that in the video. I met up with Quest and Vader Chick. Always good to meet up with other friends at other events. I'm glad that I'm able to get out and meet people, and you know, we have similar interests, and I can see them at various events around the state or city or whatever it is. I'm going to tell you what, though, after we got to the event, about a half hour in, it started raining pretty hard for about 15 minutes. So, even though that was 4 hours ago or 3 hours ago, whatever it was, I left my helmet on my bike upside down. So what do you think that means? That means my helmet is soaked. I think the overall theme of this video is perseverance, and there's an old saying that we use in the Marine Corps: persistence eases resistance. And I think that applies to how my week went overall. A friend of mine on Facebook, I've actually been friends with him since like '96. We were in the Marines together. He said that persistence pays off. And while it wasn't an enlightening moment, I 100% agree with that. At any point, this I could have said, fuck it. But I didn't. I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do whatever I can. Look at that. That's fucking pretty. Holy shit. I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this ride on Saturday, and I'm going to record it. So, yeah, I was stressed out, but I made it fucking happen. Today, at some point during the day at Leesburg, I hit 2,000 subscribers. And while I can't tell you guys enough how much that means to me, that at some point, 2,000 people said they wanted to see more of my shit. It blows me away. And I intend to keep growing. You know, I intend to keep doing what I do, and hopefully, you know, we'll keep gaining subscribers along the way. I appreciate every single one of you. Anyway, so I guess the point there, you can apply that. You can apply that to the perseverance piece. I keep getting cut off by the person in the phone. I won't say her name. Anyway, I appreciate you coming along, as always. This week has been fucked up. But that's part of the human experience, man. That's just, I've always said that adulthood is simply figuring out how to overcome one obstacle over the next. And you do that over and over and over again. There is no easy life. There is no simple life. There's just life. That's all there is. And I'm happy to embrace that. I'm happy to overcome those challenges, because every challenge that presents itself is an opportunity to overcome it. And even though it's a pain in the ass when you're going through it, it is a sense of pride, a sense of accomplishment when you do overcome it. I'm not trying to be some philosopher here. That's how I feel, man. And I hope you feel the same way. Anyway, we're going to hit the road. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the bell if you want. And until next time, we'll see you later.